there are people with good hearts, honest and sincere, but sincerely wrong. There are people with powerful product and service that will change the world, and the product and service is locked up in warehouse. Nobody's buying.
In your view, what exactly defines business sustainability in today's climate, especially in Nigeria, and we could extend it to Africa?
In order for business to be sustained, it has to have a transgenerational vision, a transgenerational strategy, and it has to be based on a transgenerational mindset. So business sustainability is building a business that will outlive you, building a business that will offer quality products and services to make a difference in your world and continue even when you have exited this world. But not many people are able to do that for many reasons.
You know, the way you are saying it, it sounds so easy, but I know it's so painstaking to build a business in Nigeria. And you've talked about vision, strategy, and mindset. Can you take us through these three things just briefly?
So if you want to build a sustainable business, you want to build a transgenerational business, number one, don't start out with survivor mindset, which is what many people do. So when your initial plan is to build something that will outlive you, it will affect your planning, it will affect your strategy, it will affect everything that you do. So many people are actually traders, not business people. Anything you are doing that requires you to be physically present for it to continue, it's not really a business, it's a trade.
Half of the population of Nigerians earn less than 50,000 naira a month, and majority of them are from informal jobs. So for those informal businesses, how do they build structure? How do they have accountant, HR? Because you see that those businesses are the accountants, the HR, admin, everything.
It begins with your mobile phone. So it's okay, this phone is a business line. So when you are picking the phone, not hello, how are you, is that?
So where do you think we are deficient in all of? But I know they are not done regularly by our business.
There are things we need, I call it the 3 ships of life. Apprenticeship, internship, mentorship. That's the ship that helps you to get that if you are not going to business school.
For you as someone that mentors entrepreneurs, what do you think are the greatest myths, let me put it that way, that entrepreneurs believe about sustaining a business in Nigeria?
The major myth is if I'm a good person and I have a good product and I have a good service, I will do well. That's a major error.
Right, welcome back now to the heart of today's conversation. In a country where businesses often die before their 5th birthday, the real challenge is no longer how to start, but how to stay, grow, evolve, and eventually scale. Sustainability has become the rarest commodity in our entrepreneurial ecosystem. Joining me now is a man who's not only built enduring platforms, but has also spent decades mentoring others on how to create businesses that don't just make money, but make meaning, build legacy, and weather the storm of economic uncertainty. He's a seasoned voice in leadership, as well as personal finance, entrepreneurship, and spiritual intelligence. He's the founder and chief executive officer of Common Sense Group. Like they say, common sense is not common. A prolific author, a wealth creation strategist, and the convener of the upcoming Business Sustainability Secrets event designed to equip entrepreneurs with the tools, mindset, and systems for long-term success. Today, we're pulling back the curtains on the principles and practices that make businesses last, not just in theory, but in reality. Let's begin. Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Chief Executive Officer of Common Sense.
Thanks for having me. This one is live.
Yes, live. Yes, I think
we are not on Zoom for one country, Australia, America.
Yes, we need to clap for this.
This
one
is live
physical.
In Abuja.
So welcome to our city.
Yes, yes.
I know, of course, you reside in Lagos. When you come to Abuja, how is it different from Lagos?
I know we are Lagos people. We are not comfortable in the slow-paced area of Abuja. There are people that, the way when you people come to Lagos, the chaotic environment, the hustle, you people can't handle it. So when we come here, you're like, what's happening now? Why is everywhere looking quiet?
I want to assume because the traffic situation in Lagos and all of that here.
Yeah, you know. Nigeria, they carry last, now Lagos is start, not be worried.
Anyway, I don't want to get into all of that. But Doctor, very good to see you physically here in Abuja. Let's just get started. Business sustainability secrets. And let's start from the foundation, really. In your view, what exactly defines business sustainability in today's climate, especially in Nigeria, and we could extend it to Africa?
Well, basically, if you look at most businesses in this part of the world, you find that hardly can we see a business that is transgenerational. Most businesses are started by individuals or family, and you find that most of those businesses die with those first generation, entrepreneurs. And one of the major reasons is because a lot of people go into entrepreneurship and they go into business with survivor mindset. and they just want to survive. Let me start something to take care of myself, take care of my family. But you come to realize that a survivor mindset cannot build a transgenerational business. So in order for business to be sustained, it has to have a transgenerational vision, a transgenerational strategy, and it has to be based on a transgenerational mindset. So business sustainability is building a business that will outlive you, building a business that will offer quality products and services to make a difference in your world and continue even when you have exited this world. But not many people are able to do that for many reasons.
Doctor, you know the way you are saying it, it sounds so easy, but I know it's so painstaking to build a business in Nigeria. And you've talked about vision, strategy, and mindset. Can you take us through these three things just briefly?
Now, I say to people that being an entrepreneur is very, very challenging, but being an entrepreneur in Nigeria means you're a miracle worker. Why? Because of the unique environment that we find ourselves in. So if you want to build a sustainable business, you want to build a transgenerational business, number one, don't start out with survivor mindset, which is what many people do. They just want to survive. So let me start something. So you see a lot of people, they are building a business based on survival mindset. So the first thing is, when you are starting a business, start a business based on you want to build something that is sustainable. So when your initial plan is to build something that will outlive you, it will affect your planning, it will affect your strategy, it will affect everything that you do. And when you look at our human body, you find out that when a child is born from day one, that child has respiratory system, has the skeletal system, has the digestive system. You build systems so that you can grow. You don't build system after you grow. Imagine that your whole body does not have skeleton, and then you are now looking for skeleton to carry the flesh. So when you want to start a sustainable business, the first thing is to start with sustainability in mind. So you put system and structures in place from day one. Once those systems and structures are in place from day one, it will help you to then begin to grow. So you are building on those systems. A lot of businesses today don't have proper systems and structures that can help them to be sustainable. So many people are actually traders, not business people. Anything you are doing that requires you to be physically present for it to continue, it's not really a business, it's a trade.
To build structure for your business, how many businesses can do that when we have so many informal businesses in Nigeria? Just like I mentioned, I think in our news bulletin earlier, half of Nigerians and half of the population of Nigerians earn less than 50,000 naira a month. And majority of them are from informal jobs. So for those informal businesses, how do they build structure? How do they have accountants, HR? Because you see that those businesses are the accountants, the HR, admin, everything.
That's where the mindset comes in. So let's do practical.
Yes.
So you are a young man, you want to start a business, you don't even have money for office, but you now know that you want to build something that is sustainable. So what do? It begins with your mobile phone. So it's okay, this phone is a business line. So when you are picking the phone, not hello, how are you, is that?
We have a lot of businesses that do that.
So that is already, so you start with that. You already have the phone. That's the phone you are using for your business. So from the way you answer the phone, number one. Number two, from the way you dress. So if you are a businessman, you are even working from home. So you wake up as if you are going out. You dress up. And then you choose a corner of your house where you will sit down and have a to-do list of what you are going to do for that day. That is already system and structures in place. Then you go and register your business. If you cannot register as a limited liability company, do a registration of business name. You go and do your tax. You register. You do your school. You open accounts. So when somebody is talking to you, you are not picking for the hello. Say hello, good morning. You are on to. That is system already. You are the only one. But you are doing it in such a way that when they are talking, so when someone is done, your email, you are sending an email, thanks for calling us today. It is my understanding that based on our discussion, this, because you now, that becomes a contract. So when you begin to do things in that way, I will send you an invoice. You do not that, oh God, don't worry, just pay. I will send you my account number now. I will send that for WhatsApp. You are already showing that you are a one-man riot. But there is a way you can start without money, without any staff, but having the mindset of sustainability. Put all these things in place and changes the game for you.
So where do you think we are deficient in all of this? Because this sounds, but I know it's not, okay, they are simple things, but I know they are not done regularly by our business people. And I'm even talking from experience. If let's say I want to buy something online, some of these business people, you know, that have businesses online, And if I want to do that, and I don't want to send like my assistant to do that, if the way you answer me, immediately you answer me, it puts me off. I've had to even like coach a few people online when I speak to them, like, is this a business line? Is this your business? Yes, ma'am. They will not even, no courtesy first.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't answer this way. Recently, I think, was it 2 months ago, a guy that was supposed to do something for my company lost that business because of some of those things that you're talking about.
And that's why many of them remain so. So we are now, there are things we need, I call it the 3 ships of life. Apprenticeship, internship, mentorship. That's the ship that helps you to get that if you're not going to business school. So we all know the Igbo apprenticeship scheme, but they still have 1 or 2 things that are not formalized. But we can see that from that apprenticeship, when you go through that system, even though you have not gone to school, you understand stock taking, you understand negotiation, you understand stock and all those. So that is one way to get those things when you don't have all this. Number 2 is internship. So now you are a company. We have a lot of people that are doing NYSC, they send them around, they go and do whatever. So summer jobs are no more there.
Yes.
Now, so internship will now help us, okay, if I want to go into this business, or I'm a businessman, I want to give back, let me open my business up to people to come, so that while they are going through maybe the long summer holiday, or they are in between NDH and whatever, or they are in between youth service, I'm able to take them and they intern, and then I'm able to help them. That's what happens in the climbs that we see, that we think this is because they go through that process. And then mentorship. Now, when you are in primary school, you pay school fees. You have teachers. By the time you get to secondary school, you have teachers. When you enter university, they move from teachers to become lecturers. But when you graduate, you now need mentors and coaches. But many people, the very minute they graduate, they stop paying school fees. And they now pay the school fees of life by making mistakes that will cost them money, instead of going for mentors. So the very minute you graduate, you now know that I don't have teachers, I don't have lecturers, I need to now look for a mentor. Who are the people that are doing what I want to do? Who are the people in my space that can help me? They will now help cover for those things that school did not teach you. Because schools will give you theory, but real life will give you practical. There is no business plan that goes according to plan. No matter what they teach you in any business school, when you enter streets go run you.
It's a different thing on
It's a different board game. Yeah.
It's a different ball game. You are hosting an event which you also theme business sustainability as secrets. What inspired this theme for you, and what are the gaps you think you are hoping to fill with?
Okay, well, I'm the global president of the Billionaires Conclave, which is a global mentorship platform for people under my mentorship. We have members in 26 countries on 6 continents. And one of the reasons why I said that mentorship platform on is because I realized that the higher you go, the fewer the people that can speak into your life. When you are driving a car and you have an accident, there can be remedy. We can go to towing vehicle. We can say towing vehicle, come and tow. We can quickly bring ambulance to carry you to hospital. We can take you to mechanic. But when you are flying a plane and you crash, there is no towing vehicle in the sky, there is no ambulance, and there is no hospital in the sky. So the higher you go, the greater the disaster your life will be if you don't have the right people around you. So because of my own experience, I realized that I need to help people. So I set it up, and it will amaze you how many people are in this country doing turnovers of hundreds of millions, turnovers in billions, but they don't even understand business. But it's just because they have a product or a service that the market needs, or they know they have 1 or 2 inside information that has helped them. So we started doing an annual event where they all come together in the first week of March, and then we sit down together and look at different things to help them. Then COVID came, and I saw a lot of businesses going belly up. And I'm like, just because of this 1 year or something. So what are you guys running? That was when the idea of doing something like this came. So we now say, okay, we need to curate a new event. So we call it Business Sustainability Summit. So that one is purely to help people build transgenerational businesses. So we now want to look into what are the things that people need to have to be able to build a transgenerational business, and what are the things that will help them. And that's what we have done in the last 4 years. So this year, we have now realized that one thing we need to also do, which we have not yet done, is to bring in their team. Because you can go to all the seminars and you are like somebody that has seen the glory. When you return, it's human being that will implement it. So there are many things that you know. But when you get to your office, you are like, you this is wrong, but if you pay peanuts, you hire monkeys. And the mindset they have, it's going to determine what they do. So this year, the Business Sustainability Summit is all about helping you put proper systems and structures in place, helping you navigate disruptions, and helping you train your people. And we're going to fill those 3 gaps. Number 1, how do you navigate a disruptive environment? That's why we're bringing Follow Alakija to come and speak, because this is somebody that has done business for decades. And she's going to be, how do you survive all the military, political, economic, court case? How do you survive that and still stand in integrity in a climate like Nigeria? She's going to be talking on that. Then we are bringing in a lot of my guys that will help us on building system and structure. So we're going to be bringing in Izu Iwoma. Izu is going to be talking about building proper system and structure that will help you to build sustainability, a sustainable business. Ezekiel Shulesi will be speaking on scaling for sustainability, because you see, in business there are phases. You have the startup phase, then you begin to grow, growth phase. Then you need to now scale, scaling phase. Then you need to be established, establishment phase. Then you need to expand, expansion. So how do you scale up your business? Because some people are doing business that is growing, but they need money. Customers are calling, they don't have money. How do you now scale? How do you go from just selling to 500 people to selling to 50,000 or 5 million customers? How do you do that? So we're going to do that. Then we are bringing Bosse Olushola Obasa. Bosse will be talking on how to train your staff for effectiveness. How do you, what are the things you need to put in place to ensure that these people you have employed, because Nigerian graduates are unemployable.
Yes, they are.
Many of them cannot speak good English. They can't write a letter. You have to be doing correct. So how do you now train them? So you have to retrain them when they come into the culture of your organization. She will be taking us through all that. And then I will be taking us on customer service in the new era, because customer service has changed. Immediately after COVID, customer expectation, customer preference, customer attitude has completely changed. Nobody was talking of virtual before COVID. Now, is it virtual? Is it this? So a lot of people are at home. They are working from home. A lot of people are expecting different things to happen that was not happening before. So I'm going to be unveiling that. I'm going to be talking about excellence masterclass. Because a lot of people don't know that you can be excellent at every level. You don't need all the money in the world. At the level where you are in, you are wearing no cricker, but it's clean,
excellent.
well ironed. So we're going to take them through all that. And then Abiola is going to be coming. I call him Abiola Champ. He says, I'm Abiola Salami, because he's going to be talking on emotional intelligence, both for you as a leader and for your workforce. Because you'll be amazed that many of the people that you have employed, they are fighting. There is ego war. There is battle of Muzanga going on.
They call it politics of the office.
Yes, so office. So you are there having targets, setting targets,
yes.
and somebody says, am I your mate? Is it me you are talking to? And because of that, because they want to show the other person, they would rather destroy your business,
so
and they are collecting salary. So what do you do? So we're going to be taking that. Then what we realize is it's a 2-day fully residential event. We now realize that over the years, when people come, sometimes they bring their wife because they don't want to pay for 2 people. But they bring their wife into the hotel because it's fully, the wife will now be upstairs. And then some people now say, can my wife come? I say, your wife cannot come. You paid for one person. You can't bring her. Even that hotel is because it's your wife. You know? So this year, my wife always comes and says, we need to do something for this. So we now say, okay, let's bring, because my wife also does what they call the Sense and Sensibility Summit. I say, okay, let's bring it in for women. So we are now having a special session on the Saturday night, because it's 2 days fully residential for women. So if you want to bring your wife now, your wife can now come, stay in the hotel with you. You will come and do the business if you don't want to bring her, if you can't afford that one. But now she can come for the sustainability, sense and sensibility. That sense and sensibility, I'm going to be there speaking, and my wife is going to be speaking, and then we're bringing in a doctor. Dr. Adibia will be there to talk about, you know, all the women, whatever, you know, whatever, midlife
crisis,
whatever, menopause, stop, whatever. And then we're bringing Yemi Somi Olamide. I'll be talking to them about, you know, etiquette, you know, operating like a queen, being a woman, the feminine woman, and also it's going to, and then there will be spa, manicure, pedicure, all those stuff. They will be doing all that. So anyone that wants to come with their spouse can then come with their spouse. And if you want to bring your staff, we have also now created a session where all your staff can come. They don't need to be fully residential because it will now become too expensive. So the entire package, if you're a member of the Billionaires Conclave members, this is part of their benefit. So for all the silver and gold members of the Billionaires Conclave, it's absolutely free. They don't pay. They just come. It's part of the package of being in the Billionaires Conclave. And it's 2 days in September. And then I believe all the details are being put on the screen. So now, so Friday and Saturday, 2 days fully residential at the Marriott Hotel. So the money you are paying covers for the hotel, 2 nights, covers for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The entire package is 4.5 million. You can call Marriott by yourself. 1 night is 750. So 2 nights is already 1.5. So it's not, it's for serious-minded executives. It's not a, you know, so, but now, because we are coming in early now, what we want to do is if people are able to plug in early, we'll just give them a good discount. So if you are plugging in now, we'll give you 50% discount.
So that comes at
That's come to 2,250,000 if you pay between now and the 31st of July. So anybody listening to me that have like 6 weeks or 7 weeks or thereabout to complete that payment of 2,250,000, and it covers for everything, the whole of the event. You're able to do that, and then you can just drop $1 million now to lock down your slots, because we have limited slots, and then you pay the balance. Then if you are bringing your staff don't need to stay in the hotel. The hotel cannot even, because the hotel cannot accommodate 500 people, so they don't have that kind of room. So your staff can come for the day event. So for the staff that is non-residential, it's going to be 750,000 naira.
In addition to...
No. Okay. That's so if you are coming, you don't want to bring your staff. So you want to bring your manager, your CEO, your head of HR, head of account. You want to bring your business development manager. So we're going for a seminar. So they will be non-residential. And if they want to do that, it's 750. But we're also doing 50% for that also.
Okay.
So instead of 750, they now pay 375 or whatever, mathematics. So they pay that 50% and they plug in. But if you are bringing 5 of your staff, you do 1.5 million. It will now be like 300,000 instead of 375. So 5 of your staff can now come. So you are listening, they are listening. Because we are giving you and them information that you can now go back and then use it to move on. Then if you say, okay, my wife does not, I don't want my wife, maybe she should come out there, you can just bring your wife for the sense and sensibility alone. 4 hours on Saturday, I speak, my wife speak, the doctor speak, they do their manicure, pedicure, whatever, that one will just be 300,000. But if you are coming for the entire thing, it's 4.5, but you pay 2,250,000. It's a steal for anybody. Everyone that has always come to our event, they always leave like, wow, are you sure you made money? It's not about making money. It's about building a network and making impact.
So where is this happening? I heard.
It's at the Marriott Hotel in the Keja GRA in Lagos. So if you know Marriott Hotel, that's where we're going to be for those 2 days. And the date is Friday, the 26th, and Saturday, the 27th of September. So you come in on Friday morning. The meeting starts by 9 a.m. on Friday morning, and then you check out on Sunday morning. And anyone that wants to come in on Thursday should let us know. We can make arrangement, pick them up at the airport or wherever they are coming from, because we have members from all over the world. So we'll pick you up at the airport, and then you just do extra for the Thursday night.
So the numbers have been scrolling. The numbers have been on the screen since Doctor have been speaking, and you can take advantage of this. Sometimes knowledge is power. And what I've also noticed is that, I don't know, perhaps because of the economic power also, many Nigerians would love to do something, but at the end of the day, when they see the money, they're like, I no get more, or you start rationalizing. But like I always say too, nothing comes free, even in Freetown. It's not free. If you really want to scale, if you want to grow, you got to spend money. What do you think about that?
Is that really true? Because you may not have money for seminar, but YouTube is free.
Yes, exactly.
The same data you are using to do Facebook, who did BBA, who broke, whose person.
There are a lot of resources there.
So many people are not really, you see, we have a very, very warped mindset in this part of the world. We don't have respect for intellectual property. And I personally believe that if you know better, you will do better. The money you are willing to pay to develop yourself shows the value you place on yourself. A lot of people have low self-esteem, identity crisis. They don't value themselves. And because they don't value themselves, they don't see themselves spending that kind of money on themselves to be able to, because they're like, what is there? What is there? And go and try it and see. So the YouTube is there, Google is there, it's free. The same data you are using to gossip and to scroll away your destiny. Go there and you'll be amazed at what you will get for free.
Doctor,
there are a lot of universities now doing courses for free, and you will get certification. But people will now, because you see, a lot of people online today, a lot of people are going through personal traumas. So they are just looking for where to vomit. 200 naira recharge card, you just want to vomit and just talk anything anyhow. Go, the free one is there, go and use it. When you go out there, you go to YouTube, you go to Google, you study, you're like, okay, then you begin to appreciate what some people do by putting some of these things together. And it is not for everybody. Look for the one that is your own and enter. The one that is not your own, hope for it, plan towards it. But there are people listening to me right now that know that this is for them. So you are a CEO, you run your own company, and you have a lot of people working with you, and you have been thinking of, how do I build this thing beyond myself? Because see, one of the things we see now, a lot of people started businesses with this, I want to build a business for my family. Far. It has expired. Most of these children you have sent abroad now, they are not coming back for any business. I still did a consulting for a billionaire in Port Harcourt just a few weeks ago, and the guy was shocked. By the time I was there, I said, look, he said, my children, I said, it is your vision.
They will even tell you, Daddy, I'm not interested.
It is not their vision. It is your own. So you don't start business for family, for children. They have their own vision. So your children, they are not coming. So we have chambers for sale, hotel for sale, hospital for sale, school for sale, different businesses that nobody's coming. The children are locked up in Canada, Australia, London, America. They are not interested. So what do you do? So what you need to do is to now realize that we have moved from wills to trust. And then to now realize that you can retain the ownership of the business in your family, but the management of the business must be given out so that somebody else, by the time I was done with you, the guy was like, wow, you have sorted out my problem. I said, there is no problem because you are not quickly. The guy sent account, he became a mentee. He registered for mentorship because he's like, this thing I've been cracking my head for 2 years. Even me and my wife has been fighting. I said, I didn't know that this answer is, I say it's simple. That is what mentorship does. A lot of people don't know that if you think knowledge is expensive, try ignorance. You don't understand the cost of ignorance. You don't understand what it costs you for not knowing what you should know when you should know it. You will end up paying an expensive school fees.
So let's bring, okay, the numbers are on the screen as we speak. Please register. Call those numbers right now on the screen. I would encourage you to, register for this summit, this conference. Doctor has been kind and magnanimous to say that it's coming at that discounted price. Like you heard him, you can actually pay front load, I think ₦1 million. Like he also mentioned, it's not for everybody, but also have the vision that even if you can't get it now, plan, because things like this, opportunities like this.
That's what we're talking of September. Yes, so if you hear now, it's okay. By the end of this month, you drop $1 million, or you drop $1 million if you have it right now, locks down your slot, then you start spreading the balance between now and the event. So at least your slot is locked down.
So what are the things that the audience would really take away,
Okay, so number one.
Apart from like these things, can you just give me 2 critical things that the audience is?
Number one, you'll be in the right room with the right kind of people. If you are in a room where you paid that kind of money, you know that everybody in that room are serious-minded people. So you are going to be having a powerful network of people that will come into your life that can help change the game, because there are 3 works that changes your destiny: hard work, smart work, network. A lot of people are hardworking, but they are not smart working. A lot of people are hardworking, smart working, but they don't have the right network. So one thing that it will do is it will complete your work journey. You have been working hard. Some of you have been working hard and working smart, but you don't have the right network. When you are in that room, you'll be sitting down with billionaires. You'll be sitting down with people doing turnovers of billions, hundreds of millions in this same Nigeria. You'll be sitting down with people that have branches all over the country, people that have 200 staff, 300 staff, 80 staff, that you can say, my brother, how did you do them? How did you do this one? So that is one major thing that you're going to take away being in that room. Number 2, you are going to leave that room knowing exactly what to do to change the game in your business. Because scaling your business is a different ball game. Once you know what to do to scale, you'll be amazed at how things can speed up for you. Knowing how to put the proper system and structures in place. Tools that you can use. We are still working on a session I'm thinking of bringing in, I've not finalized, on AI and your business.
Yes,
what are the AI tools that are available for entrepreneurs? So I'm still trying to say how we can fit that in, because I wanted to do that as a separate event, but I'm still thinking maybe I should just bring that in. So these are things, because there are tools. There are many things you are struggling for that you need not to struggle for, that somebody can just say, no, you can do this. Most of the stuff you have are redundant. They shouldn't, you should not. Technology needs to replace a lot of people. You need to automate many of the things you are doing and bring technology to bear. So you will leave that place with the right network and with the right information to help turn things around in your business.
So for people to register, the numbers are on the screen right now. Can we make it a bit bolder? I can see them from weather because I'm also wearing glasses. Can we just put them on the screen here again to register to call? Yes, that's it. There are those 3 numbers. You can call them right away and, ask questions. Register to, do something better with your business, to grow your business, to scale. Which do you think is the hardest, to grow or to scale, to expand?
To scale, because starting a business, anybody can start, but at the end of the day, that's why they fail. And then growth is a function of a lot of things, because if you start, most of the time you have family members that will come and buy out of emotion. You have an immediate network that will quickly buy. Then you see a sign of growth. But how do you scale to begin to sell to somebody that has never met you before, somebody that has never heard your name, somebody that doesn't know you? How do you scale to a level where even your enemy will buy? How do you get to a point where your product and service is packaged and valuable enough for people that don't even like you to say, I cannot do without this? Because if you are like God that sells hair, even atheists need to breathe in the air. You don't believe in it, but you breathe in the air to stay alive. So there's a way your business can come into an air level where even those that don't like you will not do, but they will patronize you.
For you as someone that mentors and entrepreneurs, what do you think are the greatest myths? Let me put it that way, that entrepreneurs believe about sustaining a business in Nigeria.
No,
Because it's like sustaining a
the
business
major
in
myth
Nigeria
is if I'm a good
different.
person
Yes.
and I have a good product and I have a good service, I
It
will
will
do
sell
well.
itself.
That's a major error. There are people with good hearts, honest and sincere, but sincerely wrong. There are people with powerful product and service that will change the world, and the product and service is locked up in warehouse. Nobody's buying. Now, think of it. You meet a young girl or a young boy in Nigeria right now, and you want to sell a book on how to how to pass your exam, and you want to sell another book on how to relocate to Canada. Which one do you think they will buy?
How to relocate to Canada.
But which one do they need? How to pass exam.
Yes.
So you see, when you put money and monkey and banana before a monkey, so you put $1 million here, you put a bunch of banana here. A monkey will choose banana at every point in time because of the mindset. So in order for you to build for sustainability, you need to understand the economic environment you are in and understand the mindset of the people you are dealing with so that you'll be able to sell using what we call psychological marketing. And you'll be able to reach them to get them to buy. And many of these things are things we teach, but people don't know because they don't know. You know, when you hear that money, how much, it's not for if hearing million is making you to purge. This discussion is not for you. If going for a meeting to pay 4.5 million is a problem for you, your heart is shaking. This is not for you. We have free seminars. Just follow me on social media at Olumide Emmanuel. Go to my YouTube channel at Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. I have hundreds of free video, absolutely free. So that one, go and, but this one is for serious-minded entrepreneurs. This one is for people that want to make a deal. This one is for husband and wife that have adult children. And you're like, my children are not interested in this business. What is the future of this business? How am I able to take this business to outlive me without my children taking over? Then you come, we help you curate how you can be able to build and transfer that business from generation to generation. Because building transgenerational business is a problem in this part of the world because we don't have that transgenerational mindset, transgenerational vision, and transgenerational strategy.
That's talking about succession plan. Why many Nigerian businesses struggle with continuity, leadership continuity.
Yeah, because you see, the first generation is always a generating generation. You are a pioneer. But by the time you are now giving birth to children, you're like, I don't want my children to suffer, etc. And then the resilience and the drive that builds you, they lack it. So by the time the next generation come, you send them to the best school. So they are book smart, but they are not street smart. So by the time they now come in with maintenance mentality. Oh, what mommy and daddy build, let us maintain. By the time the third generation comes, the business is dead. Why? Because that third generation does not even know what poverty is all about. They were born in wealth, probably have a second passport, travel for summer, they have driver, they have cook. So by that third generation, you are back into poverty. So most businesses don't succeed to the third generation because the first generation is a generating generation, second generation is a maintenance generation, by third generation it becomes an entitled generation. But what should happen is every generation should be a generating generation.
Why is it different in other climes? And let me bring the example of Walmart. The family that owns Walmart. They consistently are on the billionaires list. And this is a company that, like, decades old. You know, I think the Walton family, yes, if I'm not mistaken.
So
yes.
That is what you see, transgeneration. I said you need to have transgenerational mindset. Number two, you need to have transgenerational planning and then transgenerational strategy. Those people, they sit down. It's not assumption that my daughter will. Many parents that have businesses, they have never sat down with their teenage or adult children to say, sit down. This course you want to read, how does this course fit into this family vision? They don't have family vision. People just get married, no family value, no family vision. They just live whatever will be. So those families you're talking about, they sit down. Who you marry, the school you go to, the course you study. It is a strategic plan that they can disown you if you marry the person that will change the whole game. Look at House of Gucci. The entire Gucci empire was destroyed because of marriage matter.
There was a movie on that.
And if you look at the Italian system, look at the Asians and the Jews.
The Indians, yes, the Asians, the Indians
they
too.
sit down.
Yes.
They will tell you, come, if you are not there, you are not a part of this family. In fact, I will disown you. This is a family vision. You cannot have any vision outside this vision. So you have to decide which one you want to do. You either do it as a monarchy to say, if you are part of this family. Look at what happened in England now. They have to say you are no more part of this family because you are about to break the mold. It will not work. So you have to decide to do either that monarchical mafia, this family is what you will do. You can't have vision, there's no love. You can't marry love. This is the person you are marrying. It has nothing to do with choose your wife. You either do that one or you do vision casting. Come sit down. The reason why you are born in this family, you are not born in America, you are not born in Ghana, is because there is a reason for you to be born in Nigeria. You are not born in Dangote family, you are born in the Olumide Emmanuel family, and this is who we have, this is our value, this is what we are going to, this is what we live for. There is no way God would have told me to start this business, knowing fully well you will come through me, and then you will not have a part in this. It is connected. There's a DNA of our business culture. You tutor them, they will now get the vision, not compulsion. They will now understand that, okay, and then they get, so even if they are not going to actively play, they will understand that they will be on the board because you are going to retain ownership. Somebody else can be managing the business. So when they are on the board, they are not just there by name. They are there saying, no, that can't happen. Why not do this? So they are bringing something to the table. And that's the way it works. So most of those families, from the teenage age, you will be resuming. Right now, my son goes to factory with my wife. As they are doing, he knows all the name of the shea butter. He knows all, he has gone to all my estates. He says, okay, wow, this one is another estate. This one is different. And so you have to let them be involved from day one. They can decide to do whatever they want to do, but they need to understand the business.
Yeah, and there are a lot of examples that people can, that is even free online that you can share. You can read books, you can watch movies, you can, that, like I mentioned, the Walton family, the Walmart dynasty, and I think, is it the L'Oreal? One of the billionaires to different strategy to the owner. I think she has a daughter, you know, quite a lot. But just as we close, Doctor, can you also reiterate or perhaps reaffirm why this is necessary, and also say it again for those that are perhaps just tuning in now? So the numbers are already on the screen. So just
the summit is called the Business Sustainability Summit. This is the 4th edition. We started, 2021. So we did 2022, 2023, so this is the 4th edition, and it's all about helping you to build for sustainability and build a transnational business. The date is Friday the 26th and Saturday the 27th of September 2025. It's 2 days fully residential at the Marriott Hotel in Ikeja, GRA, Lagos, Nigeria, and the money you are paying covers for everything. Speakers include Folorunsho Alakija. I'm going to be speaking. My wife is going to be speaking. We have Izu Iwoma, who's going to be speaking on business system and structures for business. Ezekiel Shulesi will be speaking on scaling for sustainability, how to scale your business. Bosse Olushola Obasa will be speaking on how to train your staff for maximum effectiveness. And then Abiola Sanon will be speaking on emotional intelligence for leaders and for the staff. Then we have a special session for women. So Dr. Riba will be speaking on women issues, and then Somi Olamide will be speaking, and then they will have spa treatment and all the stuff. And for the entire package is 4.5 million naira. And we're giving 50% discount for you to pay 2,250,000 if you pay between now and the 31st of July. So you have like 6-7 weeks, but you can lock it down with $1 million right now, and you spread the balance over time. If you want to bring your staff will be non-residential. It's 750,000 for the entire package, but we're also doing a 50% discount for that, and you can lock that down also. But if you want to bring 5 of your staff, they just pay 1.5 million for a table of 6. So you sit down with your 5 staff, all of you are on the same table, and you pay 1.5 million for them, while you will pay the full price. And then if you just want to bring your wife, or I don't know what that's to say, your babe, maybe you are not married, your girlfriend or whatever, your fiance, whatever, then they can just come for the Saturday evening one, and that will just be 300,000 naira for Sense and Sensibility.
Okay. So thank you very much, Doctor.
Thanks for having me.
It's
different to see that here. You know that they see for skin that day. I hope network will not go off. Can I see you?
Now you see me live and direct.
Cut the camera. Cut the camera. You now say, okay, maybe the lighting.
Yes, exactly.
So this one now we are.
This
live
one
and
is
direct.
just live and direct. Studio environment and all of that.
Yeah, it's nice.
Thank you.
Thank
you very much, Doctor. Thank you. I've been speaking with Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, the Chief Executive Officer, as well as founder of Common Sense Group. I'll be talking about business sustainability secrets, and most importantly, the Business Sustainability Secrets Summit coming up in September. I dare say no more. You've heard him from Doctor himself. All you need to do is to register. The value you place on yourself is actually why you need to go for this summit, to be able to get knowledge that would empower you.